everyone, I'm Heather. Welcome to Heather's Creative Corner, and today we're going to talk about everything that I made in April, and talk about plans for May and kind of the next couple months coming up. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so in here, which I made this bag. It's one of my favorite project bags. I believe the pattern is from Sweet Red Poppy, but it's got a pocket in the front, a pocket in the back, just your basic tote bag, but I love it, and it fits everything, and it's crafty. Anyways, so let's get into what I made. So no particular order, I'm just gonna pull stuff out of here. Okay, so I made two of these little tooth fairy pouches. These are by, let me look it up. I did look everything up ahead of time, I just didn't pull this up. Loops and Love Crochet, and I will link everything down below, but that's by Loops and Love Crochet. So I made two of them because I've got two kids. They're not both at the age where they're losing teeth, but I've got one that's in kindergarten, and I lost my first tooth in kindergarten, so I figured probably time to do that so that it's ready for whenever he loses his tooth. So we've got those. And then me and my kids over spring break made, was it spring break, Easter break, something like that, these felt Easter eggs. I have a little, I'm trying to see if I can see the name, Cool Maker sewing machine for kids, and it doesn't, the older version, it doesn't sew, but it like felt stuff together. So if you use felt, you don't need any like thread or anything. So my son, both of my kids, but mostly my older son, we made these together using that. He's really crafty too. He actually got picked next week. He's gonna have he got picked to be in the art show for his school district. So I don't know how they pick or how many kids they pick or anything like that, but his art teacher emailed me and said something that he made was chosen to be in the district-wide art show. So that's really cool. I'm excited for that. So yeah, so he's very crafty and he loves school and art, and art's his favorite, but art and PE are his favorite. They're not electives, they're called specials, I think, in elementary school. Anyway, so very excited for that, but yeah, I love my little crafty. I didn't think having a boy that I'd have that craftiness because I only have boys. But one of my kids is kind of crafty, so we'll see if the other one gets to be crafty, but so far he's not wanting to do like crafts and stuff like my older one. Anyway, I also made two Pop-Tarts. They're gonna be like backpack clips. They're over there. Thought I could reach and show you. Like those clip, like plastic keychain things. One of my nephews is graduating, so I was gonna make like an emotional support or positive Pop-Tart. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. So if you have any ideas for the little poem or whatever that I could put on there, because I couldn't find any printables already made that were Pop-Tart specific. So let me know if you have any ideas for the little saying I could put. But I'm gonna give him this with his graduation present and put like a keychain on it. A little positive Pop-Tart for him. And then I made a second one just because I thought it was cute and would make it for one of my kids. That pattern was one on Reusable. I don't remember who made it, but I will link it below. The next thing I didn't bring the water bottle in here, but I made the water bottle holder. This is a pattern from the Spoony Stitcher. It is not released yet. I believe she said it's going to be either in the Facebook group or YouTube tutorial, and whenever it is released, I will link it down below. But very excited for that because water bottle holder was on my list of things I wanted to like do this year. So when she said that she was doing that, I was like, I will test that for you. So you have a tester, and I have the water bottle holder I was wanting to make. So excited for that. Let me pull these out. I made these first. I do know I made these first this month. So I finished the Joker. This is from the Woobles. I should have used this bow tie pattern for this. I just followed hers, but I think this one might look a little bit better. My mini fridge just kicked on. I'm sorry if you hear that. there's that. I unplugged the, our basement flooded again. It does that. We had some pump system put in, but it doesn't work correctly. I don't know what the issue is, but our basement still gets a little wet, not like it did before, but a little wet. And it's been raining for like 4 days, and it's still supposed to keep raining. So I unplugged the dehumidifier so that it wouldn't be running in the background, and then my mini fridge is like, hey, let me turn on instead. Anyway, so I finished the Joker and Harley Quinn. This one I think is Beginner's Plus, and this one was labeled Intermediate, and it 100% is an intermediate kit. So if you want this or want to give this to somebody, make sure they know what they're doing, because even as somebody who knows how to crochet and has crocheted a lot, this was frustrating for me because of all the color changes. It wasn't difficult necessarily, it was just tedious and frustrating. So I will probably not make this one ever again, but I am proud of how she turned out. And her little mallet was super easy. That's not intermediate, but she definitely was. And Joker, I actually started her body and then got frustrated and then did the whole entire Joker because I'm like, this is 2 color changes. So he, I think, was beginner, but she's definitely intermediate. I am proud of how they turned out. Just, it took forever because I was just getting frustrated. But now they're done, and I'm so proud. And the whole Batman kit is done. So I have those, and then Batman's here. And then Shannon, the Spoonie Stitcher, made Poison Ivy and the Riddler. So they're all going to hang out over here. I am going to have to rearrange all of this shortly because, like I said, it is still flooding in my basement, and my office is down here to keep me away from the kids and just everything. So it's quiet and just my own space. I do have my own room down here, but it's just, I don't know, I wanted to be separate. So they're going to be putting another trench in my basement, not in my office, but next to my office. So I'm gonna have to put everything up and just cover everything and whatnot. So I don't know how my videos are gonna, we can start talking about that now, I guess. I don't know how my videos are gonna go. They're supposed to start it, we had a lot of rain here, a lot of flooding, so they're a little booked up. I think they said sometime in June or July is when that's supposed to happen. So I don't know how my videos are going to be around there. I may find somewhere else to record, or I may just try and record a bunch ahead of time so that you don't even notice that I'm gone, even though I am gone. Besides the monthly videos, because I do those, like, not pre-recorded. A lot of videos you see I do pre-record just because I've got kids and just a lot of stuff going on. So I do record in batches, and then, you know. Anyways, so I don't know how that's gonna go. But, so I'm saying that I'm gonna have to reorganize all this. But right now, Batman and all his little friends and frenemies are gonna go back here to hang out. Okay. And last but not least, I made the carrot cuddler from 3 AM Grace Designs. I did want to make the bunny, and there was a couple other Easter ones that there was a bunny, I think like an actual like bunny, and then like a chocolate bunny, and like a Peep and stuff like that. I really wanted to do them, but I didn't have the time. This month though did feel really long. Like I know like February and stuff was short, so this month felt longer anyway, but it just felt like I got a lot done and had a lot of time. But so I did that. I didn't do the cheeks. I may add them still, but it's so cute. And I sat it on my tier tray for Easter along with a couple of the bunnies from the Smooth Stitcher, and I don't remember what all was on there. There's a Peep I think on there from Heather Corinne Crochets, and I don't remember what else was up there. Some little chicks, I think. Anyways, if you follow me on Instagram, it's Heather's Creative Corner. I do post more like real time, like when I make stuff, I will post it up there. So if you want, and I posted a picture of my tier tray, but this is on there, so there's that. And they also came with a printable for an emotional support kit. This was originally maybe going to be my nephew's graduation thing. I was like, I like it too much for Easter, so he's going to get Pop-Tart instead. And then this can be like a keychain, so I do like that more, because this he couldn't carry around. Or put on his backpack when he goes to college or whatever. Okay, so that is everything that I made in April. So let's go over, I'm really proud of those two teeth. So excited. These have been on my list forever, and then I couldn't find the pattern that I wanted to do. But anyway, So plans for May. I'm still not going to have a ton of time. I don't think I'm going to make as much as I did this month. My wrist, I injured it last summer. It's almost been a year, and I've been back and forth with the doctor and whatnot since then. And I have like a brace and whatnot. And I can tell, like, when I'm aggravating it, then I try and take a break. So that's part of why I haven't been crocheting as much, which I did more this month. But I did have to suffer a little bit. So I don't know if I'll do that much. I definitely, if I'm feeling it in my wrist, I'm going to give my wrist a break because I'm not that old and I'm not trying to have, like, surgery or anything on my wrists. I'm just trying to recover them and stretch them out and do all that myself. So... but I'm still not going to have a lot of time anyway. My kids, because we had a ton of snow days, they got a whole extra week of Christmas break because the weather was awful. So I'm not going to have a lot of time still because they're still going to be in school the whole entire month of May. The teacher's last day, I think, is like that first Tuesday, I want to say, in June. It's like the 2nd or the 3rd, I think, is the last day of school. My kids, being the age that they are, actually, they get out in May, but I think some of the other kids don't. But anyway, so literally like May 30th or something like that is our last day of school. So the last day. So I don't think I'm going to make that much, but I did write down some things I want to make just so you kind of know like what I'm thinking for this month. I want to make some sort of printable for that Pop-Tart, which is not crocheting, and so that'll be good for my wrist. I can think of some things like that. Maybe a little card or certificate or something for the tooth fairy, because we haven't lost our first tooth yet. So I don't know if I'll create something or look for a printable for the tooth fairy. If you have an idea, let me know, please. Please let me know what you've done for your kids. What is the going rate for the tooth fairy lately? Because I don't know. This is my first, I haven't lost a tooth since I was like 12, and this is my first kid that's gonna lose a tooth. So let me know what the going rate is. I got a camping chair cozy pattern. We are gonna probably go visit my brother in Texas, and his kids go to like softball. I don't know. They do a bunch of sports. All his kids are in sports. So we're gonna be sitting for games and stuff. So I'm gonna make a cozy. Oh, I can't remember who made it. I will link it below though. But it is like to hold your yarn and crochet stuff, because I'm definitely going to be bringing that stuff with us on vacation. It's just going to be me and the kids. My husband cannot get off work, so I'm still not sure we're going to go just because I don't want to leave him. And we're going to go for like 2 weeks if we go. But anyway, if I am probably going to go. So I want to make that cozy so that I have something like to do while we're watching their games and stuff. I don't know if I'll get to, but that's on my list. I want to make a walker bag. I may sew. If you've got a sewing pattern for a walker bag, that's probably would be quicker than crocheting one. My mother-in-law and my step-grandmother both have walkers, and I kind of want to make walker bags for both of them because they all have, they have stuff they want to put in there, and want to do that. So if you have a walker bag pattern that you think would be easy sewing or crochet, let me know. I really want to do a towel holder. It's been on my list forever. I have a kit from the Pioneer Woman. I need to pull that out because I think I could do that now. When I got it, I was more of a beginner crocheter, but I think I can do that now. I still want to do the Mabel chicken. I haven't done that. If you see, here is my collection of yarn. Just financially, we've had a lot of stuff going on, so I've had to get 1 or 2 skeins of yarn at a time, and I don't have all the colors that I want to make. I want to make all of them. I want to make the chicken, I want to make the mommy chicken, I want to make the babies, I want to make the rooster and the eggs. So until I have all of the yarn colors that I need, I'm not going to make those. But I do have my collection going. I've only got a few colors left. But it is on my list, so if I do get to it in May, I keep forgetting what month is going on. If I do get to it in May, then I'll start making them. I want to make the mini kitten from the I think it's Annie Caraway Designs or Art or something like that, who did the Loaf Cat. She had the mini kittens. I don't think I want to make a whole giant Loaf Cat, but I do think I want to make some of the kitten ones, and I do have the pattern for that. 3M Grace Designs has a Pop-Tart cuddler, which is bigger than the keychain size. I think I want to make that for my kids to have in their play food kitchen stuff. And I only made one extra one, so I'm probably gonna make another one of this size. For backpack clips, I don't know though, because since they're gonna be out of school, I do want them to have like some sort of backpack clip going into school. So I may wait to make more backpack clips till August. I don't know when their first day is. I think it's around the 18th. Let's see, my husband thought that my younger one was going into the same school as my older one next year, and he's not. God, I didn't know he had another year. So I want them to have since they're separated and stuff, I don't know. I like them to have little reminders from home with them, especially not being together at school. I want to do more on the knitting machine. I still haven't. I got the big one for my birthday, the 50, it doesn't, I can't, it's the back of the box. I can't see what size. But I got the smaller one for Christmas from my husband, and I got the big one for my birthday from my mom, but I haven't done anything with the big one yet. And I want to make something. I saw some, those might be for the little one though. I don't remember who did them. I will link them if I find them. Some patterns for, like small, like amigurumi type things. But I think I want to do the Addie Bear from, who is that? Oh my goodness, A Crafty Concept has the Addie Bear. I think I want to do that maybe. I'm running out of time. Today, May 1st, is my last mom group meeting of the school year. We'll start play dates and stuff during summer, but it's the last meeting. And I wanted to make reusable water balloons for all the kids of the other moms. And I didn't get to that, but I might see what I have before I go, and I might have enough to give them, but if I don't, then I might try and make a couple more, or I will have to replace the ones that I give away, obviously, because I like to have some for my own kids and stuff. Let's see what else. I had this book I think it's from Annie's Kit Clubs for barefoot sandals. I want to do some of that because me and my sisters had the like elastic ones not when we were growing up, but when I was probably a teenager or my early 20s. So I think that'd be fun to make for my sisters. I need to start working on my Christmas extravaganza projects with 4K Crochet for that. I really want to make some sort of cardigan. Probably the easiest one would be a hexi-cardi. If you've got a good pattern for that, let me know. Good, easy to follow. I like written patterns, but I like video tutorials to reference. I don't like to watch only video tutorials because some of the stuff is very beginner, which I get is great for beginners, but some of the stuff is too slow. So I like to have the written pattern and then reference with the video. But if you have a good cardigan, I haven't done any wearables. I don't know if it'll be a summer project. I have it written down here as a summer project, but I really want to make some sort of like cardigan or shawl or something, some sort of wearable. Oh, I have written down here chicken nugget. I might do a chicken nugget for a backpack clip for my kids. And I want to do some more car hangers. I have the Lily of the Valley from Nova Gnome Creations in my car now. And then I have a heart that I made a couple years, maybe last year for Valentine's Day in our truck. But I kind of want to do another flower one or switch it up or have a couple different ones so I can change them out. Not that I don't like the Lily of the Valley one, I just feel like switching it up a little bit. I think that's kind of it. I did buy some more charms to make some stitch markers and stuff like that, so I may make some more of that. I keep finding them and then be like, I need to do something with these, put them with my stitch markers and my supplies for that, and then not doing that, and I keep removing them. So I think that's kind of the plan. I did finish my Decade Divas project, but that isn't until September, October, so I will talk more about that. But if you are interested in joining that, not as a content creator, I believe Shannon or Teresa will have a video about that at a later date, how you can join not as a content creator. Probably, I'm assuming they'll probably have you like send pictures to one of them or something. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. So yeah, I still haven't made a hat, but I kind of want to do that on the knitting machine. I really want to organize still. I need to get more bins. Like I said, financially it's been a little tight. Not that I haven't been able to get stuff, because obviously I've got some of this yarn and stuff, but just little by little. And then I don't know if you guys homeschool or anything, but Busy Toddler, who I think her name's Susie, she wrote Playing Preschool, which is the homeschool curriculum that I used along with Rebecca for my older son. My littler son goes to preschool, but my older son I homeschooled, and she came out with an elementary age curriculum, so I'm saving up for that also. So it just kind of depends. If she runs a sale, I'll probably get that before I get other stuff, but I want to get also some more bins to organize. If I'm gonna have to pull out all the stuff out of my closet, I have a closet in here. So here's my office, and then out there is our, like, we have like a bar and a just like a seating area, and then on this side out there is like a family room area, and then it's the laundry room, and then I have a bathroom that connects to my office. So it's my office, bathroom, and then on the other side, family room, bar seating area. But they're digging the trench from the bathroom into the laundry room, and they're going in my closet. So it's like a whole side of the wall in that bathroom. So I have to organize and go through all of that and pull it all out. If you could only see, we've already got some of the stuff pulled out because of the water leaking. I have plastic bins on the bottom because I learned, because our other house flooded too, because we have great luck. But so I had that stuff all in plastic bins, so I'd already pulled that out from the bottom shelf in the bathroom. But I've got stuff like in the closet, and if they're gonna be jackhammering or whatever they do to dig the trench, I'm gonna have to pull all that stuff out and keep it safe and whatnot. So it's the perfect time for me to organize. So that'll probably actually be priority right now, like money-wise, is buying more bins and things like that to organize that closet and have it organized better, which is kind of a blessing in disguise, because that's been on my list forever. I've been telling you guys since January that I've been reorganizing and decluttering and all that. So perfect time to do that. I just need the money and the time to get more bins to do that. So that's what I'm gonna do. Really want to get back into sewing. I really want to find a pattern for like a walker bag or something. I don't know. So sorry, this is a little rambly, just a little life update, here's what I made. I'm very happy. My mood is happier. My mental health is doing better. I've been feeling more like crocheting. I've still been very tired and mainly only crocheting on the weekends, which is kind of why I don't have that much stuff. But I've been feeling better and feeling like crocheting on the weekends, because before I wasn't even really wanting to. But I found a bunch of projects that I'm happy with, and I did join the 3am Grace Designs, the pattern club, so I'm very excited to see what the new patterns are for May, because I loved all of the patterns. I think this was the one from April, one of them, and then the bunny, the boy and the girl bunny, so, which I wanted to do too, but I ran out of time. But so I'm very excited to be part of that. I think it was $10. I don't know if it's still open or not for registration, but that's where I got this, and it's so cute. So I've been wanting to do those, and that's like pretty much the style that I did this whole month, where you take the two things and you crochet them together. Like literally all of these is that, pretty much, besides the woobles and the water bottle. I may make another water bottle holder. I'm dropping stuff. I don't know. Oh, so now it turns off. Yeah, sorry this is rambly. I hope you have a great month, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much if you stayed this long. Bye!